welcome to Thursday. This is going to be an extremely short video because I really don't have much to say, and nobody seems to be posting. What's up with that? So I guess to answer Megan's question from yesterday, my class schedule does involve me getting up at 8 a.m. every day, but not for class, but rather for work. So my Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, I generally get up, get to the dining hall by about 7:30, and then get to work by about 8:30, and work until my first class, which was at 11. And so then I have Geography 401, which is proving to be fairly interesting. It's regional geography of the Western world. And then I have Physics 407 immediately after that at noon, which is sort of a problem because it's when I normally eat lunch. But it seems to not be quite as hard as the horror stories I've heard so far. Let's see if it stays that way. And then I go physics, I have lunch, and then at 2 I have CS 515, which is data structures, and is the first UNHCS class that's in the CS core that's in C++. Do that for 2 hours. Then I have 2 hours off. I usually have first dinner somewhere around there. Go to marching band rehearsal for 2 hours from 6 to 8. And then have second dinner until 9. Tuesday schedule. I basically work until noon, have lunch, and then at 2 I have physics recitation. 3:30 I have formal spec, which I'll get to in a bit, and 6 p.m. I have my physics lab. Thursday, I work most of the day, and the only class I have is CS 645, formal specification, and the class is basically using a formal specification to verify that a program does what you want, what the specification says it should be. So essentially defining a program mathematically, saying like, okay, at this point these things should be true, and at this point these things should be true, and using assertions as opposed to testing to determine the validity of a program. Because, as we all know, you could test a potential theorem twice and say, oh, it works, but if you find even one counterexample, it cannot be a theorem. And yet, the way we test programs is we run them once and are like, oh, looks good. Maybe we'll run it again just for good measure. I'm like, oh, looks good. Let's just release it. And hence, we have buggy software and people shouting really loud in the quad across the hall.
And Microsoft.
So, that's about it for this video. So, hopefully Kyle, I'll see you tomorrow. If not, then Yvonne will see you Monday. If not, then Dan will see you Tuesday. If not, then Megan and I will see you Wednesday.